What do Smoky Mountain National Park, Soldier Field in Chicago, and Baylor University in 2022 all have in common? They're places you'll find bears. At Smoky Mountain National Park, you'll find the real bears. At Soldier Field and Baylor U, you'll find bear mascots. In regard to the investment markets, a bear stock market is when the stock market declines by 20% or more from its recent peak. This is what happened in 2022. Bear markets historically appear every 2 to 3 years, while a 10% correction or decline in the market occurs almost every year, or maybe multiple times in a year. What do Pamplona, Spain, the United Center in Chicago, Texas U, and 2023 and 2024 have in common? They are all places you'll find bulls. In Pamplona, they celebrate the running of the bulls each July, and at the United Center and Texas U, the Bulls and the Longhorns play basketball and football. In contrast to a bear market, a bull market is where stock prices are increasing over an extended period of time, much like in 2023 and 2024. Hi, I'm Jack Snowden with Thomas Point Financial, and I'm coming to you from our corporate offices here in Edgewater, Maryland. We're just a couple miles south of Annapolis. The question of the day is, with a new year and a new administration in Washington, what's next? A bull or a bear? Well, no one knows for certain. We are cautiously optimistic the bulls will eke out a modestly positive 2025. Why? Well, after reviewing many 2025 outlooks from Wall Street firms and different research houses and combining that with my own knowledge and experience, our view is that corporate earnings for U.S. companies will increase by 10% or more this year, and the United States will likely see growth of its economy around 2%, which is very similar to the long-term average. Employment will likely stay fairly positive, and we have an administration said to be quite focused on the economy. On the flip side, we must acknowledge risks that include that we're near record high stock valuations, housing remains expensive, and some believe inflation could tick up if we see a lot of tariffs put on imported goods. In the end, my takeaway is we may see 2025 stock market returns somewhere between the broad range of 6 and 14%, which is typical of a positive third year of a bull market, but maybe not quite as growth-oriented as 2023 or 2024. And we must remember that it is very typical to see a 10% or more correction or decline in the stock market every year, maybe even twice in a year, on our way to a full bull market year. So as long-term investors, when you hear Wall Street pundits on TV, throwing around the term bull market, bear market, consider turning the channel to a good movie channel and maybe look for a movie like Bull Durham starring Kevin Costner and Susan Sarandon, or Raging Bull starring Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, or 8 Seconds starring the late Luke Perry. At Thomas Point Financial, Eileen and I wish you a great 2025, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve you this year and for many years to come. Oh, and by the way, the Commanders, they had a great year. They're playing this afternoon against the Philadelphia Eagles. We're rooting for them, and we're so happy after 30 years of a drought. They're having a good season, so go Commanders and have a great 2025.